Hey everybody, it's Glenn back in this video with part 4 of customizing my classic Baron Zemo, and it's the final part. Yes sirree, stick around to the end of the video and you'll get to see the custom completed. So in the previous part I was applying paint to the custom, laying down some base colours, the pink of the uniform and then the yellow paint for the gloves and boots. And now with that done, I'm going to apply some more advanced paint techniques. Firstly, dry brushing. For this, I'm going to mix a lighter pink. I'm using white, adding that to the pink I've used for the uniform. And for dry brushing, you don't want too much paint on the brush, so I'm going to rid myself of some of the excess paint on this rag. And then with the brush, I'm lightly dusting over the surface of the custom so that the lighter shade of pink paint that I've mixed transfers from the brush onto the raised areas of the action figure, and ultimately that creates a heightened sense of definition. And dry brushing is something that in the Toy Biz era of Marvel Legends they used a lot, and on occasion the Hasbro Legends use it too. Companies like Nika, you see a lot of dry brushing going on. And admittedly, paint effects like this aren't to everybody's taste. Some people prefer really flat looking action figures. Personally I don't, and beyond my sculpting I consider painting a tool with which I can stamp my own personality onto a custom, so that when people look at a custom they can instantly spot it's a Glenn Webb custom, and they're doing that usually by the kind of paint effects I've applied to it. And then with a lighter shade of yellow paint that I've mixed, I'm going to dry brush onto the hands and also the boots, again heightening the sense of definition in the sculpt. It's probably not the easiest to see on video, but when it comes to painting the fur and dry brushing that area, you'll get a better sense of what this effect is, because I'm going to aim for much more contrast there. And now for the second paint effect, it's called a wash, or as Citadel now call their washes, shades. It's an inky consistency, and I'm going to apply the wash much more liberally than I did when I was dry brushing. And what this wash is doing, it's sinking into all the recesses in the sculpt. So like dry brushing, it also creates a heightened sense of definition, but it's doing it in the opposite way. So whereas dry brushing highlighted all the raised areas, this wash, it's shading all the recesses. There, that's the pink of the uniform finished with. I'm going to clean off my brush now and proceed to applying a wash to the yellow of his boots and gloves. And now in the closing stages, I'm going to tidy up some areas, such as applying some gold paint to the belt where I splashed some of the pink paint onto it. And I'll also probably paint Zemo's crown or tiara, whatever that is, the same colour gold to match the belt. Now I'm mixing a grey paint for the fancy fur trim that Zemo has on his boots and shoulders. Now I'm not too sure what it is. Is it snow leopard? In some comics it's white with black dots, which makes me think that, but then aren't snow leopards endangered? But I guess if you're a Nazi like Zemo, then knocking off the odd snow leopard or two, it ain't going to weigh too heavily on your conscience. But instead of painting dots onto it, I'm laying down a grey base coat, and then I'm going to dry brush pure white over it, so that it's going to create a kind of two-tonal effect. And if you remember when I sculpted these fur parts, I said all the texture I'm working into the clay will pay off. Well, this is exactly when, as dry brushing the texture, you can clearly see that all the white paint is sticking to the raised areas of the texture. And that sound is me shaking my tester spray lacquer, which when I finish painting, I spray each custom with this to help protect the paint. And of course I'm spraying this in a well-ventilated area. And bum, 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 bum. Here is my classic Baron Zemo custom finished. And as we go to a split screen with my classic Baron Zemo custom on the left and the modern Baron Zemo I used as the base figure on the right, you can see just how far I've come in this journey and I thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look into customizing. And if you want to see this kind of insight with future customs I make, then show your appreciation by hitting the thumbs up button right now. Also remember to comment, share and subscribe. Check out the description beneath this video for links to my Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Click those links and connect with me there too. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.